just let us know you can see that, guys. Just outside the Marine Court Hotel. I'm not going to show the people standing with me. Put the things over your faces, boys. So here with a couple of the boys, and then there's a few more just across the road. So we've probably got about 100 people down here, and we've got local constabulary just making sure we don't get attacked by the migrants. So we have. There we go. Glenn, what about you, mate?
Okay,
just doing a wee live there, mate.
I'm a big mate. How's everybody?
It's all good. It's all good. So we've got a decent enough crowd tonight.
Yeah, all good here tonight. Nice and peaceful as always.
Get them out. That's what we want. We want them all gone.
All out and up the road.
Gone. That's what we want. That's what we want. Let's have a look what people are saying. There's someone responding from across the road. Look at that. That's what you call technology. look at that there. There we go. That's our little protest. You know, I mean, the thing about this is, right, so we're outside the hotel, and there's 3-4 police cars down here, about half a dozen coppers, and 6 cars now. So there's police cars all over the place, and the reality is that this has been going on for 2.5 years. It's always been peaceful. There's never any aggravation. So why do they need to police it so heavily? That's the question. Because that's costing everybody money. We're not here to cause any trouble. We never have been. Just here to make a point that if you come into our country illegally, you come into our country to take liberties, you come into our country to steal our resources, steal our houses, and do bad things to our kids, you're not welcome. It's as simple as that. There's no ifs or ands or buts. That's what it's all about. So, and I think from what I can gather, I think that the hotel protests are catching on. There was one in Chimney Corner last night. There was probably, I would say, 200 people. Chimney Corner, more, 300 people at Chimney Corner last night. They're doing protests on the Shankill Road. They're doing protests in Ballymena, protests in Portadown. Since the riots in Ballymena, there's been a protest every single week, mainly by women that just want those people to stay out of the area. And talking to the people in Ballymena, they're not going to let that happen again. They're not going to allow their town to be taken over by criminals, by a mafia. And let's get it right, what was happening in Ballymena. You'll see it when the documentary goes out. When you see what was really going on in Ballymena, prostitution, not just drug dealing, drug manufacture, dealing in weapons, trying to sell people firearms. Some of these Roman mafia were even telling people they could get explosives. Now, Northern Ireland's meant to be at peace, and yet you have a mafia coming in from Eastern Europe who seems like they're intent on bringing trouble back to the country. And that's why the people of Ballymena reacted. It wasn't anything to do with racism, wasn't anything to do with bigotry, wasn't anything to do with sectarianism. No, it was purely and simply a mafia came to the town and they put the mafia out. Simple as that. So I think this is growing. I think people are finally waking up. And what we've got, you just look over my shoulder there, you just see behind me. What we've got is men, women, all backgrounds, all ages. And they've got one thing in common. They care about the kids. That's why they're here, because they care about the kids. And that's why we're all doing this. We care about our kids, our grandkids, those of us who are old enough to have grandkids. And we don't want anybody coming to our country and taking liberties. And I think it's come to a stage where the people of the United Kingdom are going to demand mass deportations. They're going to demand that everybody that came here illegally is rounded up and sent back from whence they came. Simple as that. And they're also going to demand that British culture, Christian culture, is protected. And we're not going to become an Islamic state. We're not going to put up with Sharia law. In fact, every single Sharia court should be closed, because there should be only one law in the United Kingdom, and that law is British law. So you can't have a two-tier legal system. You can't have a two-tier policing system. You can't have people being discriminated against because they're British and because they're patriotic. So there needs to be massive and fundamental change in the country. And the reality is the only change I see coming is from the right of British politics, and it's going to be Advance UK, with maybe Restore and UKIP and some of the other parties and whatever's left to reform by the next election. coming in behind Advance UK. It's the only thing I see that's going to change it. Because the governments that we've got now, the Conservatives are not going to do it if they get power again. The Labour Party, well, they're finished. They're going to be absolutely destroyed. And I'll be honest with you, as you all know about my opinion, I don't think Reform are going to do it either. So it has to be Advance. It has to be Advance UK. Anyway, I will see you all soon. I'm going to be doing a live stream at 9 o'clock with Paul Thorpe. And we're going to be talking about all this stuff. We're going to be going into a lot of detail. So until 9 o'clock, I'll see you all soon.